2 weeks and 2 million copies later. Yeah, I took my time with this one. Unlike the lucky few who got an early copy, I had to wait. But let's talk about Kingdom Come Deliverance II, a game that achieves immersion on a level few others do. Over my first 40 hours, I found myself investigating poachers, dismantling bandit camps, uncovering scandals, and even working as a blacksmith. I built a reputation amongst the townsfolks, stole a loot for a couple of aspiring poets, and woke up drunk in a pile of muck. My horse was ridiculed, I tracked down my lost dog to a wolf's den, and all of this happened before I even embarked on the first major questline. KCD2 offers rich, organic experiences at your own pace. With exceptional historical authenticity and meticulous attention to details, it delivers one of the most immersive RPG worlds to date. After 90 hours, I still feel like I barely scratched the surface. KCD2's commitment to historical accuracy is evident in every inch of its world. The architecture, the landscapes, even the way people dress and speak. Set in 15th century Bohemia, it doesn't just transport you to the past, it grounds you there with a realism that feels almost unsettling at times. Castles and villages aren't just backdrop set pieces. They are living, breathing locations with distinct histories. Roads are muddy, buildings aren't pristine, and settlements feel lived in, filled with people that's just trying to get by in a world that's pretty ruthless. You won't find mystical creatures or fantasy tropes here. Instead, KCD2 presents a world shaped by political unrest, class struggles, and personal vendettas. The nobility exert control, peasants endure their hardships, and mercenaries sell their swords to the highest bidder. Every faction and individual have a place within the world, and their motivations make sense. You're not the chosen one, you're not the Dragonborn or the Witcher, you're just a man trying to survive, and that alone makes one of the most refreshing RPG experiences in years. One of the most fascinating aspects is how reputation affects every single interaction. If you show up in a town in filthy, bloodstained clothes, expect to be met with suspicion. Dress well and people will treat you with respect. Your actions, whether you steal, kill, or help the needy, have long-term consequences. Unlike many RPGs where morality is binary, KCD2 operates in the gray, rewarding or punishing you in ways that feels organic rather than scripted. The world of KCD2 is unpredictable. Unlike traditional RPGs where events feel scripted and static, this game thrives on dynamism. NPCs have daily routine, and they don't exist just for your benefit. A merchant closes their shop at sundown, a noblewoman might take her morning walk to a specific spot, a drunk at a tavern might start a fight, and if you interfere, the whole town could have an opinion on it the next day. It reminds me a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2 in how the world just feels alive. You can stumble upon random events that change depending on when and how you approach them. Sometimes it works in your favor, sometimes it screws you over. One moment you could be traveling through the woods, run into a bandit ambush. Another, you might witness a heated dispute between two villagers that can either de-escalate or provoke. And by the way, this happens also while you're fast traveling. The writing and character interactions are top tier. Side characters feel fleshed out with believable motivations and depth. Even minor quest givers have stories that make you care. When you take on a task, it rarely feels like a typical fetch quest. Instead, there's always some kind of twist. Maybe the person who hired you isn't who they say they are, or maybe the bandits you were sent to kill were just desperate men trying to survive. KCD2 keeps you on your toes, making every decision feel like it matters. While combat isn't the main focus of KCD2, when fights happen, they're brutal, tactical, and demanding. This game doesn't rely on flashy animation or over-the-top abilities, it leans on realism. Every swing has weight, stamina management is crucial, positioning can mean the difference between life and death. Attacks come from multiple directions, requiring precise timing to block and counter. Parries, feints, and clinches make combat feel like a deadly chess match rather than a simple hack-and-slash affair. Even experienced players will find themselves struggling in a fight against multiple opponents for the first time. One mistake, one misjudged strike, and you could be on the ground bleeding out. Archery? Even harder. No aim assist, no reticle, just you, the bow, and your ability to judge distance and movement. The first few hours will be frustrating, but once you start landing shots consistently, it's immensely satisfying. But what really ties the combat together is the gear system. Heavy armor gives you protection but slows you down. Lighter outfits lets you move faster but leaves you vulnerable. Food and potions are essential for maintaining your combat readiness. The game emphasizes the importance of managing your stamina and other vital attributes. Failing to eat regularly or neglecting to drink the proper potions before an engagement can have serious consequences, potentially turning the tide of battle in favor of your enemies. This level of detail extends to the HUD as well, where you must stay mindful of your character's physical condition, stamina, health, debuffs, and so on. Same goes for the way skills work. Every action you do has a skill in some form, with perks that follows. The mastery of these skills is achieved by practicing in the field, learning various combos from other trainers, or reading books. You can train with Master Swordsman to learn new combos, and the combat system in KCD2 encourages experimentation and mastery of complex moves. Same goes for the way skills work. Every action you do has a skill in some form, with perks that follows. All of this applies to elements like speech, thievery, blacksmithing, hunting, survival, etc. Thanks to CryEngine's powerful rendering capabilities, KCD2 delivers high-fidelity textures, realistic material reflections, and complex global illumination, showcasing an incredible level of detail while remaining well-optimized across different hardware configurations. One of the most impressive aspects is its ability to emulate near ray-traced visuals without the heavy performance hit. On the experimental graphics preset, which is how I played my game, it utilizes advanced light and shadow occlusion techniques, creating an environment that feels rich and immersive. The way sunlight pierces through dense foliage, the soft diffusion of torchlights, the natural shadings across uneven terrain, all contribute to an image that rivals fully ray-traced environments. The lighting isn't just a static filter, but reacts dynamically to the world. Interiors dim as cloud passes overhead, water reflects surroundings with believable shimmer, and nighttime scenes feel naturally dark. It achieves all of this without demanding top-tier GPUs, meaning more players can experience the game's visual splendor without frame rate compromises. While Kingdom Come Deliverance II is an impressive achievement, a few minor elements slightly hinder its immersion. These details may seem nitpicky, but in a game so dedicated to realism, they stand out to me. For example, the lack of hair and beard growth on Henry, something seen in The Witcher 3 and Red Dead Redemption 2, feels like a missed opportunity. It's a subtle detail, but it would have reinforced the passage of time in an already dynamic world. While a barber system is coming in a future patch, it will likely only offer static changes rather than an organic growth. Similarly, the game's combat system, while gritty and engaging, lacks physical damage effects beyond blood splatter. Features like dismemberment or more pronounced injury visuals could have intensified the brutality of medieval battle. Horseback riding could also benefit from more immersive interactions, such as guiding the horse by its bridle, brushing, feeding, and other first-person care mechanics. Additionally, while KCD2 weather system is mostly impressive, with excellent sound design, like rain clanking on steel armor and thunder rolling in just seconds after striking, the visual effects leave much to be desired. Rain textures appear to be card-based that follows the player's movement and camera, sometimes resulting in unnatural glitches, such as the rain appearing pure white that makes visibility near impossible. It's a small issue, but one that disrupts the otherwise stellar environmental storytelling. And even then, Kingdom Come Deliverance II is one of the most ambitious and rewarding RPGs I've played in recent memory. The attention to historical details, the vastness of the world, and the depth of gameplay mechanics are nothing short of impressive. With over 90 hours sunken into this game, I still feel as though I've only scratched the surface of what it has to offer. The dynamic world, NPC interactions, and decision-driven narrative place this game amongst the greats such as The Witcher 3, BG3, Skyrim, and RDR2. And that's all I have. My name is ChrisArchitect from GStarMag.com. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. It means a lot to me. Just make sure you hit that subscribe button. Comment below on what you think of my review and what I should improve and what you think I missed. If you want to read my review, I'll place the link below in the description. And with that being said, make sure you stay safe, and until next time, take care.